Hello and welcome to Somerville Highlander football on Somerville Ed TV. It is the 2021 season for your Highlanders as their home opener here at Bello Field in Medford, the home of the Tufts Jumbos. I'm Todd Harmon. I am alongside Eddy Maldonado. Eddy, it is a young team out there, a team that didn't get a lot of opportunity to play, obviously, last year in 2020. They've opened out this season 0-2 against two very, very tough teams, including Everett, the top Division I team in the state. And now they have Lynn Classical on their schedule, another tough matchup.
Certainly, Todd, and as you mentioned before, they opened up 0-2, but looking into that 0-2, two tough matchups, right? You have Quincy to start off, North Quincy to start off the season, and then you go to Everett after that. So two very tough matchups here. We're going to expect another tough matchup and a very competitive game here tonight.
No doubt about that. We talk about the opening 0-2 as you see what's going on at the middle of the field right now. On that Jumbo's logo, we have the toss of the coin. And let's see what goes on. Somerville won the toss. They will receive the kick. We will now honor America with the playing of our national anthem. We are ready for football here at Bello Field. As the Highlanders mentioned earlier, come in with a record of 0-2. They lost to North Quincy to open out the season 48-6. Then they followed that with a loss to Everett at Everett, 38-6. Everett, of course, the number one ranked Division I team in the state, ranked number 2 in the Eastern Mass Top 25 in the Boston Herald. Over on the other side of the ledger, Lynn Classical comes in with a record of 1-1. They opened their season with a 38-7 victory against Lexington, and then lost 54-20 last week to Marblehead. Marblehead, of course, also an excellent program, as they are number 10 in the Herald's Eastern Mass Top 25. So some tough matchups there for Lynn Classical that we see. Yep,
certainly a tough matchup for Lynn Classical, and same for Somerville as well. So both coming in, hungry for a win here, both teams. So very interesting to see, what's going to happen here tonight. It looks like Somerville is definitely going to be receiving to start off the game, so we'll see how they want to start off tonight.
So Somerville receiving the kick here.
You got to drive all the way around.
Fadindi Francois, back number 11 for the Highlanders, deep to receive. And stepping right in front of Francois and picking that one off. Look, trying to get through there.
Looks like he took it to about the 30-yard line there, Todd.
Down to about the 30. Our broadcast position right now along the sideline on the Lynn Classical sideline. So we are right down at field level. As you can see, the yard lines are not marked in white. This is predominantly a soccer field. It's also marked in a darker coloration, a blue coloration for the yard markers. So a little bit of difficulty in terms of our spotting the ball and calling that out to you, and probably difficult for you to see at home. But you can see right now Somerville taking the field offensively, moving from left to right on your television screen. Aiden Slattery, the starting quarterback for the Highlanders, number 17. Aiden became the starter back in 2019 for the Highlanders, of course, abbreviated season last year. And that is a give, handled very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Lynn Classical just lining up on that defensive line and knocking the Highlanders back.
Yep, Lynn Classical came right through during that play, but it looks like we're going to have a call here by the ref checking on something.
They've got that marked right now as a loss of 3. So we're going to have about 2nd and 13, a long 13 for the Highlanders. I was able to see the game at North Quincy. The Highlanders struggled in the trenches in that game. North Quincy were able to really assert a dominance on the defensive line in those trenches against the Highlander offensive line. So let's see what the Highlanders can do to attack against that defensive threat. The give is to the near side. Stood up
there was number 6 for Somerville there, Todd. And you can see what Somerville is trying to do there. First play was up the middle, no luck there. Now they're trying to attack the outside, maybe try to use some speed and get outside, but maybe only a gain of about a yard there for Somerville.
So it brings up 3rd and long for the Highlanders. 3rd and 12, it looks like. As Slattery's got the play coming back into the huddle.
3rd and 12 here, Todd. You'd expect to see a pass here trying to move the ball and possibly try to get a first down, but I also wouldn't be surprised to see another rush here just to get them in good punting position as well.
Slattery, I should say, looks like he's checking out of it. Going to a different play. It's a quick pass to the near side.
That looked like Luis trying to get there to the outside.
Yeah, Ginsley Luis there. Tries to get it around to the outside. Gets a decent gain there. 4th down and 6 now for the Highlanders. Deep in their own territory. Likely to punt this one away.
Well, you would think that, Todd, but Slattery actually went to the sideline there. Looked like he got a play call, and now he's coming back into the huddle. So Somerville being aggressive here on their first drive.
Being very aggressive here on the first drive. So going for it here on 4th down and 6. Lewis, who caught that first ball, he's a slot receiver on the near side. Single receiver at the top of the screen. And we have a whistle.
It looks like we have a false start call there on the Somerville offense. It looked like they were just trying to get Lynn Classical to jump offside there, but Lynn Classical staying disciplined and false start there for Somerville.
Yeah, false start for Somerville, and now we get the change out to the punt squad.
Yep, and it looks like Michael Foster will come in for the Highlanders here to punt, Todd. And returning there for Lynn Classical is number 6, Darren Omaragi.
As great pressure there by Lynn Classical.
Might have been tipped there.
Yeah, they did get a block on that ball. And they will cover that one up just before midfield. Looks like it's about the 46, 47-yard line right there, where Lynn Classical will have great field position. As once again, just difficulty keeping away from any penetration along the line there for the Highlander offensive line.
Yep, and it's sort of a pattern that we've seen in previous games, right? Difficult for the Highlanders, the front there, to really stop any pressure, any incoming defensive lineman there. And they definitely, Lynn Classical definitely got a piece of the ball there, and we saw that kick go sideways. So great field position here for Brian Vaughn and Lynn Classical to start.
Yeah, Brian Vaughn, an excellent quarterback, only a sophomore actually for Lynn Classical, number 2 there, as he had over 200 yards passing against Marblehead last week in that losing effort.
He's going to pass here to start.
And that one's out off the hands there of number 4, Kyle Durant. As that was just in and out of the hands. Looked like Durant tried to run with that one before he had it in his hands.
Yep, looked like Durant turned his head a little too quick on that when he saw open field and just couldn't quite focus there.
So 2nd down and 10 now for the Rams. It's a high snap, is handled well, breaking a tackle and moving on up the field. Number 7, R.J. Faisler, another young sophomore for this Lynn Classical squad.
Yep, and Phaser just took the handoff there, ran right up the middle of that Highlander defense.
It was enough for the first down, moving the chains here. So first down and 10 for Lynn Classical. And he fakes the handoff to Phaser, keeps it himself, breaks through a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and is brought down after a gain. Good tackle there by Ginsley Lewis.
Yep, and Vaughn was just short of the first down there.
Extracurriculars going on here. Number 21, Jeremiah Eddy, for the Highlanders, getting involved in some jawing there. We have a flag down on the play. We'll see what the call is.
Referee handing out some warnings to both sidelines here. Some emotions, you know, Highlanders coming in 0-2 certainly don't want to go 0-3, so they know what's at stake here tonight.
Yeah, that was R.J. Faisler, number 7, who was matching up, so to speak, there with Jeremy Eddy. Warnings went around, no penalty assessed, so second down and 2 now for Lynn Classical. As the pass is out here to the near side on the screen, and he is flung down. Nice job defensively on the tackle by the Highlanders.
And that was a good job offensively by number 6, Darren Omaragi, again with the reception there and getting upfield.
Omaragi, their leading receiver last week against Marblehead, as he went for over 100 yards, also caught 2 touchdowns. One of the touchdowns he caught was on an identical play, a quick screen out to the near side that went for 6.
Yep, you can tell right away they like utilizing his speed there on the outside.
Classical now spreading them out, 4 receivers. Handing it
Fumble
right
there.
up the middle. Fumble, ball's on the ground. Let's see who comes away with it here.
Highlanders say they have it. But Vaughn jumped right back on top of it there, Todd, and it's recovered by Lynn Classical.
Yep, Brian Vaughn, man on the spot there, able to get that fumble. So brings up second down, about 8 here for Lynn Classical. The Rams spreading the offense and then running right up the gut in that last situation.
It's a very balanced attack here on the first drive for Lynn Classical. See them mixing up the run and the pass.
Vaughn back to pass. He's under pressure, throws it up, and it is a
him.
touchdown to Kyle Durant on the post pattern, and he was getting hammered as he threw it. We have a flag down on the play, and I think it might go as a roughing the passer
Most
call.
likely roughing the passer there, Todd, but what a great throw there by Brian Vaughn. Pressure, as you mentioned, right in his face. Sort of throws that up there. I'm not even sure if he really saw Durant, but great pass and a touchdown there for Lynn Classical.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. He had pressure coming at him from the side as well as in his face. I think it was the pressure in the face that they're going to call, or that derived that flag. We haven't seen any signal on that, but
no signal there, but you could assume that the call was definitely roughing the passer.
I assume that's what it's going to be. It will get assessed on the kickoff, would be my assumption.
Yep.
Going to have the extra point here, or they may go for 2, as Vaughn is standing back off of the line of scrimmage.
Yep, and you're correct in that, Todd. They are going for 2 here. Vaughn will take the quick snap and run right up the middle.
I'm telling you what, I was watching number 99, Eddy Kinney. He was the big hoss
Interesting
out
formation
there. And I kept watching him move around, wondering, is he going to line up like Refrigerator Perry used to do? And instead what they did was they used him as a pulling guard right through that A-hole, right through that A-gap, and Brian Vaughn just right through it.
Right up the middle there. Pretty easy 2-point conversion there for them. But you're right, definitely something to note there that they could go right back to that 2-point conversion play and maybe hand it off in the next drive.
So 8-0 is the score, as Vaughn connected with Durant on that beautiful post pattern with the pressure up into his face. We'll see if they mark anything off there. We saw no signal for that flag that was on the ground.
Yeah, we didn't see an official signal there, and that might have been the second time there that they sort of picked up the flag and moved on. We can see here on the kickoff, the refs making sure that the players are staying inbound. We mentioned earlier that sideline disadvantage for both teams.
That is a low line drive kick. It's fielded up around the 20, trying to pick his way through there. Not much doing. Trying to see who that was. I think it may have been 22.
Yep, it looked like number 22 there for the Highlanders, taking it to about the 25-yard line.
Yep, Edgar Lopez.
Yep.
So the Highlanders offense getting another shot here as their first drive. They were not able to get a first down, and the punt was blocked. We'll see whether their offensive line can provide any sort of push here, as Classical in that first drive just able to do what they want to on that defensive line.
Yep, you really want to see the Highlanders have one of those long sustained drives here and really move the ball, and that starts with the offensive line here in the trenches. So we'll see what happens here on this drive, and Slattery once again in quarterback for the Highlanders.
Slattery passes it out to the far side. It's tipped and into the air and intercepted. Kyle Durant pulls that one down. He got the touchdown pass and now pulls down the INT.
Yep. And right there, Slattery with a quick pass to his left side, and it might have hit the wide receiver in the chest there and bounced off. So great play there by Durant, ball hawking skills, and was able to pick that one off.
Yeah, absolutely. As like you said, Eddie, it got out there very, very quickly, and I think got through the hands of the wide receiver off of his pads. So the Rams will take over as the sweep comes to the near side. Fazier has it, and he is taken down. Nice tackle there.
Nice tackle by number 6 for the Highlanders.
Yep, Richard Beek.
Yep, it looked like for a second Fazier was going to break that one off and take it to the end zone.
Multifaceted offense that we're seeing here, different formations from the Rams. They were spreading the Highlanders out on that last drive. Now they've really concentrated into a more of a compact formation, and there's Fazier again getting the corner here to the near side, down the sideline. He's knocked out of bounds.
Yep, and as you mentioned it, they moved quick there. It was almost like a no-huddle, quick, got to the line and snapped the ball there, and Fazier taking what I believe is a pass there, not a run. It looked like Vaughn actually tossed that one forward for Fazier.
Little shovel pass action on that. So first down and 10 at the 19-yard line for the Rams. They lead 8-0.
Referees just look to be talking to the Lynn Classical side here, just assessing, making sure everybody's calm and everything's going well here.
Now they switch more to that spread offense as they spread the 4 wide receivers out. Particularly dangerous. Omaragi here at the near outside as they go to Omaragi on the wide receiver screen, and he is downfield. He's going to, looks like he's going
to score there. He broke a tackle and got into the end zone, but we do have a penalty, and it looks like it's in the direction of a hold or a personal foul on the Rams.
Absolutely. There's no question about it. I think there was a hold that got him the corner after he was able to make the catch. He cut back here to the outside, and I think he used a hold in that situation.
Yep, and that was the call there by the ref. It was an illegal block in the back that the referee called there. Yep, almost a chip.
So that play is going to come back for the Rams. They'll have first down once again.
And you see a lot of those plays lately, Todd, in the NFL, college, even high school level, those sort of pick plays, they call them, and that looks like what the Rams are trying to set up there.
Yeah, they had Omaragi on the outside. They had Durant on the inside, number 4. Durant comes out to block and ended up basically blocking a guy in the back. That got Omaragi to the end zone. So that's going to set up a first down and 25. As the keeper around the right side is Vaughn. He is a very dangerous runner as well. Flags down on the play. Laundry everywhere.
Everywhere there. We might have 4 possible penalties there, Todd. A lot of flags being thrown there, and they all could possibly be on the Rams. Look like we have at least 2 holding calls there.
So,
or another legal block in the back.
The only question I have is there was a Ram player that was on the ground, no Somerville player near him, where all those flags were thrown.
Yes.
So I don't know. They're going to be marking it off against the Rams, and they do. Once again, an illegal blocking. Whether there was a hold or a block in the back, I'm not totally sure. Did not see any signal on that, but once again, backed up even further here now. first down and eternity
These
for
penalties
the Rams.
really helping the Highlanders here on this drive. When it looked like the Rams were about to go in and score again, they're getting pushed backwards.
Yeah, they go from a supposed touchdown to first and eternity, now second and eternity, as that pass to Omaragi is incomplete.
And only Vaughn's second incompletion there, and that one there was just right into the ground. Didn't really have a chance of reaching Omaragi there.
Vaughn very efficient with his passes. He was 14 for 12 against Lexington in their first game, 20 for 30 last week against Marblehead. As the handoff up the middle gets a nice lead block, but he's brought down. Once again involved in that, Ginsley Lewis. Lewis has been everywhere defensively for the Highlanders, making tackles
Another
everywhere.
great tackle there, and it looked like Fazier thought he was going to take that one and go. He turned on the Jets, but was brought down quickly there.
Yeah, Fazier had a lead blocker in front of him, as a matter of fact, and Lewis kind of blew through the blocker and through the running back.
And we actually have another
foul.
Foul here, another penalty on the Rams offense. It's going to push him back again.
We are back almost to midfield now for the line of scrimmage, about the 48-yard line. Second down. The line to get is the 9-yard line, so it's second down and about 40.
I was thinking 35 there, but 40 sounds about right as well. Vaughn looking to throw, and that's a fumble there.
That is that a fumble or an incompletion? We will see. His arm might have been moving forward. It depends on what the refs want to call here. If it's a fumble, it's Highlander ball, and it is Highlander ball.
Yep. From this angle right here, Todd, it was a great play by the Highlander defense, able to get a strip sack there and recover the fumble. So big time turn of events for this Highlander defense.
No question about it. I did not see who came in on that blitz linebacker from the far side, from his left outside position, came flying in and was able to take down Vaughn and get that strip sack.
Yeah, there was a lot of pressure in Vaughn's face there. It looked like we had multiple Highlanders coming in right up the middle and one coming up the edge there.
You know, Vaughn's been under pressure. I mean, heck, the touchdown completion he had to Durant, he was under tremendous pressure and took a hit to the head, basically, or in the face, as he made that pass. So the Highlander defense getting in there and getting pressure.
Yeah, gaining some momentum there on that drive. And the penalties obviously helping as well, but you love to see that from the Highlander defense, getting a turnover.
So Slattery now out with the offense. So he's back to pass, looks to the far side. Pass is complete to Lewis.
Nice job there by Lewis to gain 5 yards there for the Highlanders. Another quick pass, and I think the Highlanders are finding that's the key to success on offense, getting rid of the ball early.
Absolutely, just a little 2-3 step drop, throw it out to Lewis as he takes a few steps off the line, turns right around from that slot position. So second down and 5 now for the Highlanders. They are in Rams territory after the strip sack, fumble recovery.
Some motion there for the Highlanders.
Lewis came to the near side. Slattery going to the far side. Pass is incomplete. Looking for Fidindi Francois.
A dangerous pass there. Once again, going through the hands of the receiver. Another one that might have been picked off there.
We were talking before the game, Eddie. The Highlanders, the personnel groupings for the Highlanders always, they've got some good outside receivers, some good skill players on the outside. Fidindi Francois, one of those very gifted athletes on the outside. A little difficulty holding on to that ball, though. A tough pass to handle, though.
Yep, and that's definitely a play they're going to continue to go back to. As you mentioned, they want to get Francois and their playmakers the ball. 3rd
and 5. Give is up the middle as Slattery did a nice job handling a low snap. It's going to be short of the first down, brings up a 4th down and about 2, a short 2 for the Highlanders.
Yep, a good run up there up the middle, and you saw it on the snap. Slattery was having trouble controlling that, but able to corral it. And it's about 4th, 1.5, 4th and short and 2 there. And no surprise, Highlanders will go for it.
Oh, absolutely, going for it here for the Highlanders, trailing 8-0. 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Slattery calls out the signals, gets the snap. He'll keep it himself as he goes for the first down. He will get the first down, turn it upfield, get a little bit more as he gets to the 32-yard line of the Rams.
Great play there by Slattery, able to just keep it himself, and almost was a read option there, I'm sure, and he found the outside and was able to pick up the first down for the Highlanders.
Yeah, great read by Aiden on that one. Highlanders getting the first down here after the strip sack fumble recovery, trailing by 8, 2.5 minutes remaining in the quarter. And there's a timeout on the field as the Highlanders are going to take that timeout. So the Highlanders able to move downfield a little bit here, and you know the emotional swing that goes on, that has to go on for the Rams. You think you've got a touchdown, and then suddenly not only are you back 15 yards, then you're back another 10, then you're back another 10, and suddenly a strip sack fumble, and the Highlanders are knocking on the door.
Yep, energy, momentum swing you mentioned right there. The Highlanders taking advantage of that turnover, and right now having their longest sustained drive of the game so far, and quite honestly, one of the longest drives that we've seen so far this season as they're moving that ball. And you like to see it. Slattery on that keeper there on fourth down. That was key for them to continue, obviously, moving this drive. And quick passes, I think we're going to continue to see that from the Highlanders. A lot of quick passes, a lot of read options, just getting to the outside. Seems to be up the middle is not where the Highlanders want to go.
Yeah, we talk about the struggles the offensive line is having and how you can help an offensive line is getting that quarterback mobile, getting him out of the pocket, and also those short, quick hit passes like we saw to Lewis earlier, where you get those quick little 2-3 step drops and you get the ball out of there quickly. That really helps to loosen up that defense.
Loosen up the defense, and in some ways build some confidence for your offensive line as well. They see positive yardage. They think, okay, now we can do this. We can keep moving the ball.
So now first down and 10 for the Highlanders. 2.5 minutes left in the quarter, trailing 8-0. As it's a direct snap to Lewis.
I was about to say we had a change in quarterback there, but more of a wildcat formation for the Highlanders as Lewis took the direct snap.
Yeah, direct slap to Lewis. Tried to basically free up the middle a little bit on that, I think. Catch him a little bit off guard with that direct snap. Did not work, unfortunately.
They had some extra blockers in there to try to open it up, but only gained about a yard or two there.
You know, I mentioned Eddy Kinney, big number 99 out there. He was the lead blocker on that two-point conversion. He's right there in the middle of everything going on out there as well. Big guy, very difficult to deal with.
So it looks like we're going to have a 2nd and 9 here, and Slattery back in the game for the Highlanders.
Highlanders with two receivers at the top, one at the bottom. Slattery back, goes to the far side. Pass is complete as he's trying to work his way to the near side of the field. He's broken a few tackles, spun down to the ground after a decent game there is Fidindi Francois. We talked about Francois and what Kid Francois can do, and we saw a little bit of it there.
Yep, and we talked about getting the ball into the hands of your playmakers. Francois, of course, being one of them, using his speed there and trying to get some positive yardage.
Got just a few positive yards there. 3rd down and 7 is what the Highlanders are looking at. Definite 4-down territory for the Highlanders as well.
Definitely. I don't think Coach Fenton's going to blink an eye here, bat an eye. He's definitely going for it on 4th down.
Well, and that's also important because honestly, you can use those short pass plays now in this situation. You don't have to get all 7 yards in this single
Certainly
play.
Changes the play calling here on 3rd down. And it looks like we're going to have another timeout by the Highlanders here on this drive.
Slattery taking that timeout, 2nd timeout this drive for the Highlanders. So they want to make sure they've got everything right. This is a really good opportunity early in this game for the Highlanders.
I think the coaching staff there certainly understands. As we mentioned, it's 4-down territory, so they want to make sure they get the right play call here on 3rd down, get some positive yardage. If they don't get the 1st down, at least inch a little closer to that 1st down here.
Just looking at the Rams. Looking at the Rams lineup here, we have Darren Omaregi, who's the wide receiver on the outside that we've seen be so effective. Derek Omaregi is number 55. Same last name. Both seniors. I wonder if they're twins. Derek got the larger
He definitely got the larger genes there.
Of that situation from the twins, I think.
Yep, good call there, Todd. Definitely dealing with twins here. He got the larger genes, puts him right at defensive end there for the Rams.
So now 3rd down and 7 for the Highlanders, looking to keep this drive alive. As Slattery gets the snap, we're going to stop play right here. You see how much pressure was on him immediately.
Yep, almost instantly in his face there.
See what the call is. Well, the reason why the pressure was right on him was they jumped a little early.
Offsides there. Yep.
So offsides will go against the Rams.
Should bring up about a third, and from our perspective here, a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, 3rd and 2 or 3rd and
3.
Yeah, about 2.
2.
We'll say that. Maybe a short 2.
Yep. And once again, the penalties helping out the Highlanders here on offense this time.
So the Highlanders go from about a 3rd and 7 to a 3rd and 2. Very, very different what they might do in this situation. Slattery, the handoff on the inside. Ball was down.
Ball came out there, but they're saying that the Highlander player was certainly down there on that field, and the refs blew the whistle there, so no fumble on the play.
Yeah, that was Philemon, or Linsky Philemon with the carry. More of an interior runner for the Highlanders. Nothing doing there, though, as the Rams all over it. Ended up losing about a yard on the play.
Yep, it looks like the refs marked that one about a 1-yard loss there for the Highlanders. Trying to go up the middle again, wasn't quite working. What I did see on that play, however, Todd, is Slattery handed it off, but once again, that was another option for Slattery to actually keep it, and if he does, he could find some room on the outside.
We saw Slattery get a first down on a big conversion. That will end the quarter as they allow the time to run out. So we will change ends of the field, and the Highlanders will have 4th down and 3 when we come back in the second quarter of play. The Highlanders trailing right now 8-0. The first quarter started out not the way the Highlanders wanted. Get a punt blocked on their first possession, an interception on their second possession, and then things turned around. Penalties helped them out, and they got their own. They made their own good luck as well with a strip sack.
Yep, they're certainly building momentum here. The Highlanders are. We saw those penalties obviously helping them out greatly, but also the offense is moving the ball here, building up momentum as we keep mentioning, and that positive energy here for the Highlanders. But big 4th down coming up. Be interested to see what the play call is here. They've had a couple of quick passes, some runs up the middle. My guess is they're probably just going to try to get outside here with another quick pass or one of those jet sweeps.
Well, and also on that 3rd down and 7, that was an offside call against Lynn Classical.
Yep.
Once again, fouls helping out the Highlanders, but on that play, it looked like they were trying to get Slattery mobile a little bit and hit a quick screen out here to the near side was the play that was the thought. And so they've got that possibility of a quick little pass. As you've been pointing out all day, Eddie, that interior, really there's nothing there for them right now.
Yeah, I don't think that's the way that the Highlanders want to move the ball, and they certainly understand that as well. So
the Highlanders with a big 4th down as they come down, changing ends of the field here.
Yep, beginning of the second here, and as you mentioned, we flipped the field here for the Highlanders.
Lewis in that slot position on the far side of the field, 2 receivers on that side. Francois down at the bottom of the screen.
Looks like they're checking the play, whatever the original play that Slattery came in with now. He switched it up here.
And Slattery back to pass. He's under pressure, and he's going to be brought down as Marquise Avery gets in there.
No flags on the play, but it looked like once again the Rams were not offsides, but quick to jump off the ball there and get right in the backfield.
Yeah, very quickly back into that offensive backfield. So a change of possession after the sack. Looked like they checked into a situation once again. Slattery trying to roll out to the right, but didn't even have time to get out of the pocket.
Yep, it looks like they checked into a pass in that situation, and one of those quick little out passes there for the Highlanders, but unable to make it there.
So Lynn Classical now getting the ball back. Their offense untracked by penalties last time as the give is up the middle. He cuts it back to the near side, and he's got room to roam. Number 8, Emil Bruno, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 25, I believe.
And we have a couple of other flags.
Laundry all over the place
Yep.
again. It's going to be a block in the back again.
And the Rams just can't seem to catch a break here.
Explaining to the coaching staff what the call was. There's an illegal block in the back. The player was not engaged.
And it seems to be a lot of these calls are being called illegal block in the back by the wide receivers. So every time there's a big play, they just, for whatever reason, seem to be getting their hands on the back of a Highlander defender.
So we'll replay first down as it was backed up to about a 1st and 3, and
there's Avery.
Avery busting out. He had the foul called on him in the last play, and he still won't go down as he continues downfield and gets the touchdown for Lynn Classical, but we have laundry down back here.
And it looks like it's going to be on the Rams there.
And we have some arguing going on from the Lynn Classical coaching staff. Not happy with that call as yet another touchdown is brought back. That's the second touchdown brought back by the officials' call for Lynn Classical.
And it looked like the call there was another low chop block on the offense there.
So Lynn Classical had a 1st down and 3, busted about a 54, 55-yard touchdown, maybe about 58-yard touchdown, and that's going to all come back as the second time today Lynn Classical thought they had 6 on the board, and it's going to come off.
That was a great play by number 3, Avery, for the Rams, just breaking tackles,
Absolutely.
making some moves down the sideline there. Great moves, able to get in the end zone, but another penalty again, ending the Rams' possible touchdown there.
So we're going to back this one up, see where they mark it. Believe that's a 15-yarder, and it is. Backs them all the way up to the 25-yard line. Just inside the 25, I should say, at the 24. The give is on the inside. And the Highlanders with some gang tackling there.
It looked like Vaughn kept it there for the Rams. And as you mentioned, gang tackling by the Highlanders. It looked like number 9 got there first for the Highlanders. Was sort of holding on for dear life and waiting for his friends to come on by.
Tenzin Gazar got a hold and was just holding on for dear life till a host of Highlanders came along to help. So now we are to 2nd down, no laundry on that play. So 2nd down looks like about a 2nd down and 20 is what we're looking at. So he gained about 3 or 4 yards on that play. Vaughn back to pass, looking deep downfield. That ball is short. So he was trying to hook up with Kyle Durant. 3 Highlanders back deep defensively.
Yeah, Vaughn again trying to replicate his touchdown on that first drive, looking for Durant in the middle, but good coverage there by the Highlanders and the ball fell short.
Yeah, Edgar Lopez, number 22, involved in that from the free safety position.
We might have a down Highlander player here.
Yeah, we do. It looks like it may be Lewis. Which is not good. He has been everywhere defensively for the Highlanders. And he's also been effective offensively for the Highlanders as he had a nice pass reception earlier in the game as well.
Yep, and he jumped right back up there, so good to see that Lewis is okay now making his way to the sideline.
Yeah, absolutely. So it'll be a 3rd down and 20 for the Rams. 9:50 remaining in the half. Highlanders trailing 8-0, looking to force the Rams into a 4th down here as Vaughn has it back in the pocket under pressure.
Great pressure there.
Gazar not quite able to bring him down. Now Vaughn running with it. Gets back to about the original line of scrimmage where all this started.
Yep, just about the original line of scrimmage there, but great job by the Highlanders defense.
Yeah, Gazar did a good job, got in there first, slowed him down a little bit, and then the Highlanders able to bring him down. Vaughn, a very, very difficult runner. He was able to run for over 100 yards last week against Marblehead. So 4th down here.
And it looks like Durant is in to punt for the Rams.
We got a timeout called.
By the Highlanders.
Highlanders, that is their last timeout, I heard the call. So the Highlanders using their final timeout, 9:03 remaining here in the first half. Well, the Highlander defense helped out by basically penalties.
Yes.
But the Rams really a gutting situation twice now. They've seen 2 long touchdowns come back due to penalties, and then compounded that with multiple penalties aside from those 2 plays that has basically caused their offense to go in reverse.
And those penalties hurt your confidence. It hurts your team, right? So offensively, they're moving the ball. They're doing a great job here offensively. The Rams are, and then those penalties moving you backwards. Now it's got your wide receivers, your offensive line thinking twice when they're going out there to block now. They don't want to be the guy that's getting called here for the penalties.
Well, we're getting we're over here on the Lynn Classical sideline. We can hear their coaching staff, and we can hear the frustration. They don't know exactly what their guys are doing. They're asking the refs, how did he commit that foul? What was the foul? And the refs are explaining it, though. But so some adjustments need to be done there. As Lewis back into the game, he's back deep for this punt return, and that is a heck of a punt. So it takes a Ram bounce towards the end zone, and it is down at the 4-yard line, I think.
It looks like just inside the 5 there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Once again, the line's very difficult for us to see. Low angle as well as dark lines, and we have laundry on the field. Wow.
Well, just about every play now, Todd, I think
Yeah.
I'm going to begin looking around and just looking for that yellow flag there on the ground.
And it's not like it's been one flag. No, we've seen like 6 flags come out, and there aren't even 6 officials on the field.
And it looked like there was a blocking penalty there on the Rams. So it might move the ball forward here for the Highlanders.
And it will. Let's see what they mark off here. Oh, no, it goes against the Highlanders. The 2 fists bumping together. I could call it the Wonder Twins activate penalty, but that's too old.
Crash
That's a
block,
reference from
perhaps,
the
Todd?
70s or 80s.
A crash block?
I'm not totally sure, but whatever it is, it's going to mark about half distance to the goal, which now the Highlanders
you
will
don't
have
like
it
to
about
see.
the 3 or 2 yard line.
And with the pressure that the Rams have been able to get, you're thinking safety here. Possible safety situation here for the Highlanders.
No doubt about that. As the Lynn Classical defensive line licking their lips right now, thinking about what they might be able to get done. Slattery calls out the signals. Handoff. No, handoff.
Handoff, yep.
Oh, and there's
found some room to run.
As he's rolling down the field. Nobody's going to get him. Put that finger down, young man. You ain't made it yet. There you go. There's the laundry as he's going to get called for taunting for putting the finger up. That football, that's going to come back, and I got to admit, that just is not smart. I understand that Philemon is very excited.
Yep.
Orlinski Philemon, the running back in that situation, busted a beautiful run, got nice blocking, and decided to stick the finger up in celebration before he was even, just as he was passing midfield. And everyone at home, don't do that.
Yeah, definitely not what you want your players to do there, Todd. I know the coaching staff for the Highlanders has to be livid at Philemon there.
We're having a discussion now. It's a point of emphasis. We've all seen it on Sundays.
Yes.
It's a point of emphasis. And I got to be honest, in those situations on Sundays, I've been throwing my hands up going, what the heck are you talking about? However, in a high school game,
It's a little different here.
completely different situation. Handling oneself correctly in celebration as well as in loss are very important life lessons to learn, and this is where you learn those life
Being able
lessons.
to control your emotions there. I know he was excited that he was about to go in for 6, but you got to be able to control yourself in that situation.
So let's see what we got. It's going to be a touchdown.
Yes.
We're hearing the discussion right now. We're just getting a couple words here. I heard one man say it's going to be a touchdown.
Possible dead ball foul here for
Possibly. Even, I got to be honest, Eddie, even if it turns out being a whole different reason why the flag was on the play, still not something to be done.
Not something you want to see your players do, certainly.
Celebration is all right, not a problem at all, but there's a difference between celebration and, well, driving it into the face.
And the flag here could still have an effect possibly on the kickoff as well, and then that sort of changes things, field position, so lots to think about.
So the
here.
call, the signal I just saw was unsportsmanlike against the Highlanders. They're probably going to mark it off. Yep, unsportsmanlike is the call against the Highlanders. It's going to be assessed on the kickoff. So the Highlanders will be kicking that ball off from very, very far back. We'll see what they do here with the opportunity on the other side. 6 points for the Highlanders. An excellent run, great blocking as well. As Orlinski Philemon able to get into the end zone, a fantastic run of
Great
over
run
95 yards.
Yep. And just a collapse defensively there for Lynn Castro. We've seen their front seven be so strong, and just to give up there. And I don't know if they fell for the play fake or what was going on there, a little trickery possibly.
Yeah, I mean, because it was a direct handoff. It was a handoff to Philemon, but Slattery was running out from it as if he were rolling out on a play action. And like I talked about, they were licking their chops to get at Slattery, and may have walked right past the meal to get to it.
We're actually gonna have a kick here.
Fumble on the snap. There's a poor snap. It looked like it rolled along the ground. Heads up play there to jump on it.
Highlanders were going for the extra point there and not the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, down by 2. So 8-6 is what the score will remain, as the Highlanders had sent out the kicking team. It's Luca Valens out there. Heads up play by Edgar Lopez, the holder, as he didn't try to grab the ball, run with it or anything like that and leave it sitting on the ground so it could be picked up by somebody else. He just jumped on it.
Yep, smart football play there, just jumping on it. You don't want the Rams to pick that up and take it down the other end for 2.
Right, exactly. So the Highlanders with a huge run by Orlinski Philemon, a 97. I'm going to give him 97. I have no idea. Was it 97, you think? Something like that?
97, 98 yards, I would say. They're pretty close. Let's give him 98.
We'll give him 98.
Because we got to remember they were just inside the 5, and then they had that penalty there that put them just half a distance to the goal line.
That's exactly right. Now you see where they'll be kicking off from. They'll be kicking off from the 25-yard line. So the Rams will have very good field position here.
Yep. So the unsportsmanlike can still come back to haunt them here on this kickoff.
Yep. 8:27 remaining in the half. Highlanders trailing by 2, 8-6. An excellent point, Eddie. They were trailing by 2, but were still lining up for the extra point, as opposed to going for the tie at 2.
I was a little surprised there on the play call. I really thought they would go for 2 in that situation, but must have had confidence on the extra, going in on the extra point.
Valens does have a good leg. We saw him warming up before the game. So it's not like he couldn't hit an extra point. He kicks this one up high. Takes a bounce, fielded off that bounce by Omaragi.
Has some room there on the left.
And he is dangerous as he steps out of bounds. I think that was a case of Omaragi not 100% remembering that the white lines where the orange number cones are is about 5 yards out of bounds.
Yep, the field definitely tricked him there. It would have tricked me as well, Todd, with the blue line, the lightly blue shade line being out of bounds there, and the solid white line being that second boundary. So Omaragi thought he had a possible touchdown there, but stepped right out of bounds.
So they'll get it at the 45 or 40-yard line, I should say, of the Highlanders. First down and 10. Trip receivers to the near side, single receiver to the top, and looks like we've got some movement on the offensive line.
Possible false start here for the Rams, and that's going to be the call.
False start is the signal. Just aim at foot, pull trigger.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're going to go off it. They're going to go off sides.
I believe I did see the false start signal there on that play, however.
I swear I thought I did too.
False start defense?
I guess. So now first down and 5 for the Rams. Trips to the near side.
Yep.
As Vaughn gets the play in.
Fazier there in the backfield with Vaughn.
And Fazler will get it.
Yep, plenty of room to run up the middle there.
To roam. He's right through the middle, finally brought down by Edgar Lopez.
And you hold your breath here, make sure there's no penalties on the play. And
I scanned the field.
And there isn't. So great play there for the Rams.
Good blocking up front as well. Yep. He didn't get any contact until he was about 10 yards down the field. And there's another whistle, and that's going to be movement by the offensive line.
So there's the flag that we were looking for in the previous play. Just comes the play after. Yep.
We knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, sooner or later. Highlanders looking to get a personnel change in here, and got a lot of players running in and out.
Rams very, very quickly up to the line of scrimmage here. First down and 15. A little confusion in the backfield for the Rams. As I give it once again to Faisler. He's around the side and into the end zone for the touchdown. As he just ran right over Edgar
He took
Lopez.
a Highlander defense right there with him, went right through him and took him into the end zone. So
No
great
doubt about
drive
it.
for the Rams, especially Faisler having all the yardage for them on that drive.
Faisler just absolutely good blocking as well. He burst through the line of scrimmage with a great burst each time, it looks like, but nothing doing there for the Highlanders. Couldn't stop him at the line of, or at the goal line either.
He certainly ran with purpose there on that drive, and great response by the Rams there.
And we see big number 99 Eddie Kinney back in that offensive backfield. And Vaughn just lines up behind him, runs around behind him.
Yep, similar to the first 2-point conversion, he'll get it there again.
So we have a 16-6 score. 7:38 remaining in the first half. Highlander offense had their obviously best drive since it wound up with a touchdown. It was a one-play drive of 98 yards, single run. But the thing that we saw there was a great burst of speed from Philemon. He really had a nice burst through the line of scrimmage. The safeties looked like they took a poor angle, obviously, upon him. That's how he was able
Also
to
a great
get that
job
going.
by the O-line there on
O-line
that play.
busted that hole.
Yep.
You know, and in a dire situation, back with their backs against the goal line.
Yep. And you would have thought in a situation like that, and the way that the Highlanders have been playing, it was very dangerous that a possible safety could have been in play, but offensive line had movement right off the ball, and running back hit the gap there. And a quick response there for the Rams. So now, interesting to see what the Highlanders will do in a response to that touchdown. The Rams answered the call. Now it's the Highlanders' turn once again.
Yeah, twice this game the Rams thought they had long touchdowns called back by penalties, and they've been able to bounce back from that with that drive. And no doubt about it, as R.J. Faisler, just a tremendous drive by him. So Durant will kick away for the Rams. Low line drive kick, fielded by Francois. As Francois brings it up across the 35 to the 38-yard line. 37 is what I'll give him.
Yep, solid return there for Francois, getting it to about the 37. So
every time I see Fidindi Francois get the ball and start running with it, I think to myself, wow, we want to get him the ball more.
Absolutely. I thought for a quick second there, the blocking was just lined up just right, he would have broke that one there.
Yep.
There was space for him to move. And
absolutely.
He moves quick.
One of those dangerous skill position players Somerville always seems to have, but they got to get him the ball. It's difficult when he's that wide receiver position, and the pressure has been so quickly on top of Slattery.
And that's key for the Highlanders. The talent, as you mentioned, year in and year out, is there. It's about getting the ball to your playmakers.
So the Highlanders begin this drive on their own 38. Slattery with the
Quick
little pass
there.
out to Lewis. Lewis working his way through the middle of the field. So he looks to cut to the outside here, cuts it back to the far side at midfield. He's brought down there just across midfield into Rams territory. A first down for the Highlanders, a great first play.
Just what you were saying, Todd, right? Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers, and Lewis being one of them right there. Quick pass, gets the ball, and he's able to get it right upfield.
Lewis has been excellent offensively, also a force on the defensive end as he's made some great tackles. So first down and 10 for the Highlanders from the Ram 49-yard line, just past 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Highlanders trailing by 10, 16-6. Man in motion, we have a jet sweep coming to the near side. He's got a blocker, couldn't quite get that corner, as that was Richard Beek.
A good job by Beek there to get outside and get around that defense there.
Got an injured Highlander on the field, number 66, Joseph. Gutenberg Joseph.
Yep, and we're going to have a timeout there on the field as he gets attended to.
Yep, absolutely. Reach, it looks like his left leg. Could be a cramp down there in the lower leg. I'm not totally sure. So the Highlander offense moving the ball. Got a good first down gain for a first down. Setting up second down and 6 here.
They're building some sort of rhythm here over the last two drives. Certainly moving the ball, but hopefully this doesn't slow them down.
The Highlanders, like you talk about, Eddie, they're finding a little bit of rhythm to their offense. It's coming from the quick passes, it's coming from screens, quick outs, getting Slattery outside of the pocket a little bit here and there. And then they've been able to run as well, especially with that Philemon run, but gashing them right up the middle like that. But we need them to get to the corner. That's what they're trying to do right now with the jet sweep that we just saw, as well as the quick out to Lewis there, that they're trying to figure out ways to get to the outside and use those skills.
You really can't blame them. As we mentioned earlier, the Rams have some big bodies in the middle of the field there, so it's certainly not where they want to head. They want to use their speed to get outside and get that positive yardage.
So Joseph helped off the field. Second down and 6 for the Highlanders.
Philemon in the backfield for the Highlanders here.
Slattery on the low snap. We have the whistle.
See what the call is going to be here.
Goes against the Highlanders. We're going to back them up 5. So it'll be a second down and 11 now for the Highlanders. Short 11, second down 10. About 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. Highlanders trailing by 10. Their offense has found ways to move the ball. They've got a huge 98-yard run for a touchdown earlier, and they've gotten a first down on this drive, but the penalty has pushed them back for a second and long now.
Yep, penalty once again, moving them backwards now. Instead of the Rams, it seems the Highlanders now have the penalty bug, and then they're moving in the wrong direction. But it's only second down here. So.
Lewis, the outside receiver at the top of the screen. And he's looking to Lewis on that little dump pass. Nothing doing there as the Rams have that red. Lewis was able to get away from one Ram, but not the second Ram that came at him. So second down, or third down, I should say, and long now for the Highlanders.
Yep. And the key there was the pressure right in Slattery's face once again. He had to get rid of the ball quick, and even when he did, there was more pressure in front of Lewis's face there.
That same play that they used for a first down on the previous run of downs. So as Lewis comes from that outside position back towards the inside, meeting Slattery basically as he's rolling to the far side. Third and long here for the Highlanders. Lewis at the top of the screen. Slattery seeing if he can get some offsides by the Rams. Instead, we get motion by the Highlanders. So the false start will back it up further. All the way back to their own 40 now. Third down and 21.
Yep, third and very long for the Highlanders here. I was thinking initially possibly one of those quick passes again, but now I'm thinking maybe just giving their punter a little bit more room, maybe a run here, just some positive yards moving forward and call it a drive.
Well, also looking at the clock, there's 4 minutes remaining here in the half. Highlanders, no timeouts remaining here in the first half. The Rams have timeouts remaining. So you also want to try to drain some clock here if you can and keep the Rams from getting another drive. But now the third and long faces them as Slattery under pressure looking downfield. He's got Lewis out there. Lewis adjusts.
Grab.
And is he inbounds? That is a catch, and that is a Highlander first down.
Great job by Lewis there, able to understand where the boundary was and make it a great catch there and a great throw by Slattery. Had just enough time to get the ball off.
Slattery under pressure once again, was able to get that one downfield, had the pressure right up in his face. And like you said, a great adjustment by Lewis as he was able to adjust on the sideline and figure out where the sideline was.
I couldn't even tell from this angle over here, Todd, so that was a great job.
So a big first down there for the Highlanders. First down and 10 now there at the 40.
Oh, fumble.
As the jet sweep attempt, and the ball is on the ground, and the Rams are on top of it. As Angel Concepcion
jumped right on there. Fortunate that the ball sort of rolled right into Concepcion's hands. He was able to jump right on there. Right when you thought the Highlanders were gaining some momentum, great first down pickup there, they lose the ball.
Yeah, Richard Beek on the jet sweep did not secure the ball in there. I'm not sure if Slattery maybe got it onto his hand. It was just an exchange problem there. And the ball, just a little Sunday hop right into the nose tackle's gut. So the Rams get the turnover, and they go to work as Vaughn passes it out to Avery. Avery, a very fast player. He's run down from behind, though. A nice job tackling there by Philemon.
Yeah, good job there by Philemon to get that tackle, because Avery was running so fast there, I think he tripped himself up.
Cross midfield into Highlander territory. 3 minutes remaining here in the half. The Rams going no huddle.
Yeah, Rams are moving quick.
Speeding it up here as Vaughn hands that one off to the inside. Stood up after a gain of about 3 or 4 is Faisler. Actually, a gain of only about 2. I actually going to feel like 3 on that. Clock continues to run, 2:30 remaining in the half. Highlanders trailing by 10, looking to stiffen here defensively. The give is on the inside.
Bruno there.
Yep, Bruno. Another good running back, running with authority through the hole. First down for the Rams. Down at the 32-yard line now of the Highlanders. As Faisler gets it on the jet sweep here to the near side, he turns the corner, breaks one tackle, and steps out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
And there's another case again of the boundary coming into play. Faisler thought he was still in the boundary, that blue line sneaking up on him.
Well, when you're approaching the corner and you're trying to cut that corner, you're not used to looking for a light blue line.
And as a runner, you see the numbers, you would think that might be where you have to go there, the orange numbers, so throws you off a little bit.
Absolutely. Clock stopped because he went out of bounds with 2 minutes remaining in the half. Second down and 3 for the Rams. As Faisler gets it again, he reverses it.
Reverse here.
Omoragi the other way, Omoragi, and the Highlanders do a great job responding to that, keeping their responsibilities and stopping him short of the first down.
Yep, nice job by the Highlander defense there, staying disciplined, staying in their gaps and their zones there, and making a tackle for a loss, it looked like.
Looks like maybe a gain of a yard on it. We have the flag down on the play. I don't know. Must have just fallen out.
Yeah.
Because that's where it's been
That's
all
sort
night.
of the game that we've been having here.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Accidental flag throw there.
So third down, a long yard here. Minute 14 remaining here in the half. Clock is rolling. As Vaughn gets it, he will keep it up the middle, and he rolls right through. Attempt at the strip of the ball there late, but Vaughn keeps that one able to get there untouched down inside the 10-yard line. So he gets it down to the 6.
Yeah, nice play call there. Nice job by Vaughn keeping it and just bringing it up the middle. As we mentioned, he is a dangerous player there for the Rams.
First down with 50 seconds remaining. As the jet sweep here to the near side, Kyle Durant cuts it back inside and gets his second touchdown of the game with 41 seconds remaining here in the half. And Lynn Classical's gotten into the end zone.
Yep. Just another instance there of Durant just finding, on the jet sweep, finding room on the outside and able to find the end zone again.
So that will move it to a 22-6 score. Lynn Classical has gone for 2 on their previous 2 touchdowns. Looks like they will likely do the same. So you can see big number 99, Eddie Kinney, out there. can't really miss him.
I believe we actually may have had a timeout call there
Yep.
by the Rams just to make sure they get the right play lined up here for this 2-point conversion.
Yeah, there was a timeout called by the Rams. So make sure they've got the right play. If this 2-point conversion is anything like the previous 2-point conversions,
It's going to be run right up the middle.
Vaughn will get behind number 99
Yep.
and decide which way he wants to go from there.
Or maybe we'll see a handoff this time, Todd, to 99.
Possibly so. And goes direct snap back to Vaughn, follows 99, Kenny right into the end zone.
Untouched right into the end zone, yep.
Don't know how you defend against that, to be blatantly honest with you, with Kenny standing right in front of him.
Tough to defend on that. I don't think any Highlander defender wants to get in front of that sort of locomotive that's coming right up the middle there.
So 24-6 is the score. Highlanders trailing by 18, 41 seconds remaining in the half. We'll see if Coach Fenton wants to dial anything up here with less than a minute remaining, or go ahead and just go to the half and see what kind of adjustments can be made.
Yeah, we'll see what he wants to do here. If he wants to run some sort of trick plays, even on the kickoff, maybe some sort of reverse.
Maybe a
or,
little reverse,
As
yeah.
you mentioned, maybe they'll just get on offense and run the ball here. That way they can eliminate any possible turnover or mistake here.
Francois and Lewis are back deep for the Highlanders. And that's if there's some sort of trickeration that the coaching staff for the Highlanders want to do. Off the kickoff is probably a good idea, maybe a little reversal action or something involving Lewis and Francois.
Yep, using their speed to your advantage right here. But
They do a quick switcheroo. Kyle Durant ready to kick this away. Kyle Durant, a receiving touchdown, a rushing touchdown, and an interception, as well as a pretty good kicker, as this one's fielded by Francois. He's out to the 29 where he is swarmed under. Ball popped out late. It is down on the field though. So 33 seconds remaining here in the half. The Highlanders will take over offensively at their own 31-yard line.
And important to note on that last drive for the Rams there, they were obviously able to get into the end zone, get the 2-point conversion, and they actually get the ball to begin the third as well.
As an excellent, excellent point, as a matter of fact, Eddy.
So things working to their advantage and probably going according to plan right now.
Highlanders trailing by 18, 33 seconds remaining in the first half. We'll see what the Highlanders want to do here. They were moving the ball. They've moved the ball in fits and starts offensively, but turnovers have really been difficult for them. They fumbled as well as had an interception. And Slattery, the quick pass out. Too short there. So he was trying to get it out to the perimeter. Looking to Jeremiah Eddy.
And Ellie had room to run there if Slattery was able to hit him on that quick pass.
The clock did not run. 33 seconds was what it was when the ball was snapped. 33 seconds is what it says currently.
I'm not sure if the referees noticed that yet.
I mean, the official time is kept on the field, so
we can hope.
So second down and 10 now for the Highlanders, trailing by 18.
See if they take a shot deep here.
Slattery steps back a little bit. Passes this one out once again. That is incomplete.
Pass is going forward there. Yep.
Forward pass. Jeremiah Eddy once again. That one got up through the hands into the face mask there and bounced off. They did start the clock this time, so 3 seconds ticked off.
I think we're right around 20 seconds.
Exactly. not to be crazy or anything, Eddie, but now you've also got to take into account you don't want to turn the ball over or give the ball back to Lynn Classical with any time on the clock if you can stop it, because they have playmakers that can actually just break one.
Absolutely. We've seen their playmakers already break a couple of plays there. So if they get the ball back, anything could happen on one play.
Absolutely. So big third down here for the Highlanders, 3rd and 10. 30 seconds remaining. The give is up the middle. As Philemon has it, he breaks out of one tackle, breaks out of a second tackle. He's brought down. And a timeout immediately by Lynn Classical with 20 seconds left up on the clock. As Walensky Philemon down to a knee. He'll walk off though. Got a 5-yard gain on that play, but brings up a 4th down and a long 5 for the Highlanders.
Yep, and I think Lynn Classical was thinking just what we were saying there. They want to get the ball back. They want to have at least 1 or 2 shots here, depending on how much time is left, and take a shot at that end zone.
Philemon now has taken a knee in the middle of the field.
That was a tough run there for Philemon.
It was. Yep. No doubt about that. He broke through a couple tackles, and the last couple members of the Rams able to bring him down there before he was able to get fully around the corner. So the timeout taken by the Rams, as they would like some time left on the clock after the change of possession. We saw the Highlanders bring out their punter, Michael Foster.
On the Lynn Classical side, we see the coach really talking to his special teams here, so kind of thinking maybe they're going to try to definitely break one here or have some sort of play up their sleeve on the punt return.
The second the Highlanders' offensive 3rd down play was over, that a timeout was being called from the Classical sideline. They certainly have things in mind.
Oh yeah. Oh, botch snap there by Michael Foster, and he's down.
And that is not what the Highlanders wanted. 18 seconds left up on the clock, and the Rams have it deep in Highlander territory after the botched snap.
Yep, Foster just not able to handle that there, and how it gives Lynn Classical great field position here, and obviously the time to do something.
Absolutely. At the 23-yard line, we'll call that. Highlanders down by 18. Lynn Classical looking to add to that lead.
There we go. We got Vaughn once again in at quarterback for the Rams, and you have Fazier in the backfield as well.
And Vaughn back to pass as he looks towards the end zone here on the near side.
Durant.
That is caught for a touchdown.
Yep.
As that was Kyle Durant once again.
He's been all over the field tonight, Todd, in this first half.
Absolutely. The first half has been owned by Kyle Durant and the referees to some point as well. But Kyle Durant, what a first half, as he has 2 touchdown receptions. He has 1 touchdown run as well as an interception. And just to add to it, he's a good kicker on
Handling
kickoffs.
kicking duties there for the Rams as well. Yep. Great job by Durant and great job by Vaughn there on the pass. Beautiful pass there into the corner. Understood the boundary once again. Going to keep mentioning it's a tricky situation with the boundaries there, but Durant and Vaughn understood it. And nice touchdown.
Yeah, great arm there by Vaughn, and Vaughn just lines right back up behind Kinney and runs that one right in for the 2-point conversion. So that will make it 32-6 with 10 ticks remaining here in the first half. A nightmarish last minute here for the Highlanders of the first half.
Yeah, definitely not what the Highlanders wanted at all. And as we mentioned before, Todd, to make matters worse, the Rams will receive the kickoff to begin the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, the hits just keep on coming, so to speak. As when we do come back from halftime, the Rams will begin on offense.
The clock here is telling us 10 seconds left, but could possibly be a little less than that.
Maybe.
Yep.
We talked about it on that last kickoff. At this point in time, if they have it in the playbook, why not try something trickeration-wise on the kickoff return? Question is, do they have it in their playbook, ready to go in this situation? Lewis will go back deep, along with Francois.
And Durant, after catching that touchdown, now he's out there ready for the kickoff.
He's going to kick it.
Why
He's
not?
going to kick it. He intercepts balls, he runs for touchdowns, he catches touchdowns, and he kicks it. And you mentioned Vaughn's pass, by the way. That was a dart. That was a dart to the back of the end zone. Just a beautiful pass there by Vaughn. So Durant here will kick this one away. Soft kick. Francois will field it at the 20. Francois spins out of one tackle, and he's taken down after that at the 35-yard line. According to the scoreboard, 4 seconds remaining here in the half.
So just about 4 seconds left here. Would be surprised to see the Highlanders attempt any sort of deep pass or even short pass here. I think a run and then get into the locker room.
Yeah, either run or take a knee.
Yeah.
Just get into the locker room, see what kind of adjustments you can make. Highlanders offense has, like I said, gotten going in fits and starts.
They have shown some rhythm here. Yep.
So Slattery here, first down and 10. Probably the last play of the half. As that is put upon the ground, they're going to call him down, I believe. Edgar Lopez called down there. And that will do it for the half as the Highlanders trail 32-6 going into halftime against the Lynn Classical Rams. We will take the halftime break with them as you are watching Somerville Highlander football on Somerville Ed TV. We are back for second half action here on Somerville Ed TV. Here from Bello Field in Medford, the home of the Tufts University Jumbos. That is the home field for the Highlanders currently as Dilboy Stadium undergoes continued improvements. Looking forward to get back into Dilboy when we can, but Bello Field right now the home. I'm Todd Harmon alongside Eddy Maldonado. A tough first half, Eddy, for the Highlanders. 32-6 is our current score coming out here in the second half. The Rams were able to light it up, and that man who lit it up is named Durant, as Kyle Durant had 2 receiving touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, had an interception. Oh, and he also takes care of kickoffs, kicking the ball off for the Rams as well. So we've seen the Highlanders offense get started in fits and starts, but not consistently get it done. What can we look for here in the second half, Eddy?
Build off that consistency. We mentioned we saw a couple of drives there where the Highlanders built some sort of rhythm. We saw those quick passes. We saw them backs against the end zone here and be able to break that run by Philemon for 98 yards. And prior to that, you saw a nice sustained drive. So I think that's what the coaches are looking for here, Todd. Really just try to build off that momentum from those drives, have something sustained, and just be able to move the ball, really.
Well, the Highlanders kicking away here to open out the second half as the Rams will begin on offense. That is an excellent kick. It will go back into the end zone.
Nice start there for the Highlanders on that kickoff. Great kick.
Avery let that one go and went right into the end zone. So I think the Rams will start off with their worst field position of the day thus far.
Yeah, I think you're correct in saying that the Rams will have their worst field position, but doesn't mean much here. Their offense has been able to do a lot no matter where they started on this field. They definitely have the playmakers. You mentioned Durant, of course, being one of them. And actually, it looks like on this series to start the drive, Durant's on the sideline.
Yeah, Durant is on the sideline. Vaughn, though, Brian Vaughn, the quarterback, sophomore quarterback, has been tremendous as well. We've only seen him run the ball a few times, as this will open out with a handoff, and the Highlanders all over that one, as a host of Highlanders able to bring him down quickly for a loss of about 2 yards on the play. Brings up a second down and 12 for the Rams. Back to Brian Vaughn, I should say. We've seen the stats that he can run. We've seen him break 1 or 2 runs, but he hasn't had to tonight, as he's been doing it with his arm and being very efficient.
Exactly. So I would say more of a relaxed game thus far for him. Those first 2 games, he was doing it all for the Rams. Here, he's taking it easy and letting those other players shine.
He had a great touchdown pass to Durant. He had a Highlander in the face as he was making that first touchdown pass of the first half. So he looks out here to the near side, gets it out to Omaragi, and
Omaragi turned the corner.
Continues down the field, taken down finally at the 49-yard line of the Rams as he gets the first down.
And Omaragi just turned the corner there and turned on the Jets and found the opening for the Rams.
Yeah, Elijah Desson with the tackle downfield for the Highlanders brings up first down and 10 for the Rams. As the snap,
it's Faisler
hand off
there.
to Faisler there.
He's going to break this one.
Room to roam, cuts it back to the inside, back to the outside, and he's in for the touchdown. As he got the corner and was able to make a couple Highlanders miss there with some moves, cut it back to the outside, and there was nothing else to do there but celebrate after the 51-yard touchdown jaunt for Faisler. That is his second touchdown of the night.
Faisler having a great game as well. I know we talked about Durant a lot, but Faisler has been running great, especially towards the end of that second half, and looks like he's picking up right where he left off here.
Faisler, a big physical runner, another sophomore that this team has. Three different sophomores on this team making huge contributions. Marquise Avery, number 3, Brian Vaughn at quarterback, number 2, as well as Faisler, R.J. Faisler, at the running back position. It's a 2-point conversion attempt here.
And it looks like a different formation here than we're used to seeing on the 2-point conversions.
It is, as Vaughn, without the blocking help, will try to run it in, and he does just that as the quarterback keeper off the right tackle goes in for the touchdown, makes it a 40-6 lead for the Rams. 10:35 remaining here in the third quarter. Lightning quick score there for the Lynn Classical Rams to open out the second half.
Definitely, that was under a 2-minute drive there, Todd, for the Rams, and they came out with a purpose out of the locker room there. Probably wanted to get on the scoreboard early and sort of continue to assert their dominance in this game.
No question about that. And they did just that. Faisler looking very, very tough on that run. I mentioned his toughness on that run. We saw a lot of speed from him and some shiftiness earlier. We saw an absolute power run as he was met near the goal line by a Highlander defender and ran basically right over him into the end zone. So Faisler can do it both with the speed and also the power as we see the diversification that this Rams offense brings to the table.
Yep, definitely. We've seen a bunch of different formations from the Rams. We've seen that power running game. We've seen them just drop back and also just throw it deep as well. So
the Highlanders will get the kick here as Durant will kick it away for the Rams. Francois will catch that one for the return as he is brought down across the 25 at about the 26-yard line, where the Highlanders will begin their first possession of the second half. Offensively, the Highlanders fits and starts in the first half. The defensive pressure has been in the offensive backfield all night long, but the Highlanders using quick passes to the outside and quick opening runs, they've been able to get a little bit of offense.
And I think we're going to still see more of the same as far as their offensive scheme here, right? Quick passes, get to the outside, jet sweeps, really try to stay away from that middle pressure.
Kinsley Lewis, number 4, has been one of their better offensive targets. As you see, he is lined up at the slot position at the top of the screen, far side of the field. 4 receivers for the Highlanders, their base package. Slattery with the pass out to the far side is caught and immediately brought to the ground. I think that was Francois on that one.
Yep, that was Lewis there on the catch. You're right, Francois, number 11 there.
Francois, the outside receiver. They're running it. One of the base plays that they've been running, and Lewis has been able to get open on a few of them, is where the outside far receiver will cut back inside underneath the slot receiver as he runs out, kind of running a slight pick play, to be honest with you.
Yep.
And they found some success with that play. Looked like a similar play they were trying to run there.
Yeah, almost like a quick wide receiver screen thrown out there for them. That's sort of where they found their success on some drives that the Highlanders have.
So second down and 10 for the Highlanders. No gain on that reception.
Philemon in the backfield there. Let's see if they hand it off to him.
A low snap there as the give is to Philemon. He is brought down. Looks like a loss of about a yard on that one as they strung that one out. He couldn't get to the corner.
Yeah, and Philemon is a very tough physical runner, and he was trying to get through there, but the Rams just would not let him get through the line of scrimmage.
So it brings up third down and 10 for the Highlanders, trying to get their offense moving here. Big number 55 in the middle, Derek Omaregi for the Rams. It's been a force in the middle of that defensive line.
Yep, Omaregi has certainly been tough to contain there on the defensive side, and almost same offensively when his brother Darren Omaregi gets the ball as well.
True, very true. So third down and 10 here for the Highlanders. Slattery back to pass. The pass is complete to the far side of the field. Francois breaks
Able to
away.
stay up.
He's going to use some of that speed. It's a race now with Durant, and he steps out of bounds, I believe, just across midfield. As Francois, once again, you get the ball into the hands of those playmakers and let them make those plays.
Yep, and as we keep mentioning, Todd, it's about actually getting the ball into the hands of those playmakers to begin with. But once they're able to do so, let them run, let them do a little bit of what they're good at doing there.
Francois down on the field. Might have tweaked an ankle in there during that play, at the very end of that play possibly. He was able to spin away from two defenders.
Yep, looked like he was just going to be short of the first down, but was able to break two defenders there, spin away, and gain a lot of yardage there. So hopefully he's able to get up here.
I think again one of the issues on that run, and we've seen it throughout the night for both teams, the lines here are done as a light blue, not as defined white lines, and especially you'll see along the sidelines here the orange cones that denote every 10-yard line, 30, 40, 50-yard line, 20, 10, such on. That white line where those cones are is 5 yards out of bounds. So the players, as they're approaching the corner, making runs, situations like that, they're looking at those white lines, which they can see very, very prominently where those cones are, but you can see where the Lynn Classical coaches are lined up there. That's the actual out of bounds on the near side.
Yep, and you can't really blame the players here. They already have an idea in mind of where the boundary is going to be, so not really seeing that blue line, especially when you're running as fast as players have been running here, you're not going to see it. But we've seen a couple of plays where it actually has benefited them, or where it's benefited the Highlanders, but also we've seen a couple great plays where offensive players have been able to make great catches, stay in bounds as well. We saw the Highlanders do it and the Rams do it as well.
Lewis was able to do it on a play earlier in the second quarter. And of course we saw Durant with a beautiful catch in the back right corner of the end zone, right along the sideline there, for his second receiving touchdown of the first half. Francois receives a round of applause as he is helped off the field. Hopefully we'll get to see him again. So the Highlanders now with a new set of downs across midfield into Rams territory, first down and 10 at the 48-yard line. As the give is inside, that is Lewis, as he's able to break through a few tackles. Tough running on the interior there. Gets about 5 yards out of it for a second down and 5 now for the Highlanders.
Yeah, nice piece of running there for Lewis. And I actually think as he was coming through the line, he was bobbling the football a little bit. Made me a little bit nervous, but he was able to hold on to that one and get a little bit closer to the first down. Looks like we're going to have about a 2nd and 4.
Yeah, 2nd and 4, about 6 yards on that carry. So Lewis, some good, strong interior running there. Keep our eyes open for number 11, Francois, to hopefully get back onto the field.
Yep, Francois has done a lot of the positive yardage here for the Highlanders throughout the game.
So 2nd down and 4 now for the Highlanders. Lewis is the slot receiver at the top of the screen. Slattery looks to Lewis, just a little bit behind him. Incomplete there, brings up 3rd down and 4 for the Highlanders.
So you would think here, Todd, it's going to be another 4-down territory for the Highlanders, right? They're in Rams territory. It's the third and not too long, manageable here. So we'll see what the play call is here, but certainly you got to think that they're going for it on 4th down as well.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Definite 4-down territory in Rams territory. So 3rd down and 4 here. The give is on the inside. Philemon pushing forward. Looks like he gained about 3 of those 4 necessary yards, so it's going to bring up a 4th down and 1 for the Highlanders. More tough running inside by Philemon.
As far as the Highlander rushing attack goes, I think Philemon has to be their leading rusher here thus far, Todd, especially as he's been able to find those small yardages up the middle.
He's a very tough runner, but he's able to fit through those small gaps. The Highlander offensive line has been able to gash a few small gaps in there. Philemon's able to really do a good job sliding through those and then using that power against the linebackers and the safeties that he meets down the road.
I'm sure he's hoping to keep pounding away and hopefully break one. Again.
4th down and 1 here. And Philemon once again powering forward. Whistles were blown.
Looks like whistles were definitely blown prior to picking up that 1st down, so probably going to have a turnover on downs here, and it's going to be Rams football.
As they pushed him back for a loss of 1, stopping his forward progress there at about the 40-yard line. So the turnover on downs after the defensive stand by the Rams. Their offense will return to the field. Just under 5 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Yep, and no changes offensively for the Rams. You still see Vaughn out there, joined in the backfield by Faisler.
34-point lead right now by the Rams. Omoregi in motion. He gets the jet sweep to the far side, turns the corner, looking to power through. The ball, I think, was down. And
for a second, it looked like they were almost pointing in the Highlanders.
It did look for a second there, but the Rams will keep possession. I think the ball did hit the ground, but Omoregi able to get right back onto it.
Yep. Call that a lucky bounce there. It looked like it might have hit the ground and bounced right back into Omoregi's hands.
So 1st down on that jet sweep. And Vaughn, this time the give to Faisler. Just bust right through a tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Good tough running, is able to get some positive yardage out of it, was Faisler. Very upright runner is R.J. Faisler as well. He's a tall running back in general, but he runs in a very upright position. Reminds me a little of Eric Dickerson like that.
Yeah, but on that play there, I think it was Tenzin Gazer that had burst through the line and almost had him wrapped up in the backfield.
2nd down and 5 now. So the jet sweep goes to Avery, and his stiff arm gets him around the corner where he steps out of bounds.
And there we go once again, Todd. Keep talking about the boundary. Sounded like a broken record here, but Avery definitely had no clue where the boundary was on that play.
He was playing it. He was playing it like it was 5 yards away from where it actually is, which is where the obvious white line and the orange cones are. That was enough for a 1st down there on the run by Avery. 1st down and 10 now as the drive continues for the Rams. 3:40 remaining in the 3rd quarter. That first half of play took a long time because there was a lot of penalties called. A little cleaner action right now, a little faster moving action that we're seeing as Vaughn gives it right up the gut and a huge hole down inside the 10-yard line as Emil Bruno.
Yeah, I was going to say, Todd, I believe that's Bruno there who hadn't seen a carry in quite some time in a couple of drives. So now they're getting him involved again. So there you go. Just the rushing attack for the Rams really beating up on the Highlander defense.
1st and goal from the 7 as Vaughn gets hit as he threw it, but is able to complete it. That goes to number 5, Muhammad Dale. As Dale is inside the 5-yard line. Down to about the 3 is what I'm going to call it from here.
Yep, looks just about the 3 there.
So the Rams knocking on the door, 2:45 remaining in the 3rd quarter, leading by 34.
Yep, right up the middle.
Right
again.
up the middle, Bruno leans forward, not quite able to make it. stopped just short. Good penetration there by the defensive line of the Highlanders, able to get under it and towards his legs to knock him out from underneath him.
And we'll call it a gain of about a half a yard there, Todd, from this angle here.
3rd down and goal. Looks like it's right near the goal line. As Vaughn hands it off to the inside. Bruno with it. Leans in and gets the Rams touchdown with 2:07 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Rams lead by 40, 46-6. They have gone for the 2-point conversion each time.
And the plan looks like to go for it again, or am I wrong here?
No.
Actually,
Looks like they're going to bring out Durant. He will add to his point total, he hopes.
Yep, Durant probably asked to kick that extra point there, Todd. He wants to do a little bit more.
Yeah, he's not done enough. He's only caught 2 touchdowns, got an interception, kicked off each time.
Add to the highlight tape.
Yeah, what the heck.
Yeah.
So first extra point attempt of the game here for the Rams. As the hold is good, the kick is up, and the kick by Durant is good.
That's good.
So 47-6 is the score, 2:07 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, the Rams, it's a case of if it isn't broke, don't fix it, right? They just continue to pound the rock here and run the ball and constantly running it up the middle. This time, we're used to seeing Faisler for the Rams, but now we're seeing a lot more of Bruno running up the middle here. And of course, Vaughn still mixing it up as well.
And when you think you've got Faisler, and you think maybe we can stop Faisler, maybe we can stop we can stop Bruno. Oh wait, Avery's going to run the jet sweep.
Yep, the jet sweep
and get
as
a
well.
first down on that. Lots of weapons for this Lynn Classical team. And I continue looking up and down the roster, and just when you have 3 skill players like Avery, Vaughn, and Faisler, who are sophomores.
Young team.
Very young team with those skill players of talent, and some excitement here, I think, going on for Lynn Classical as they're going to get to watch those young players play.
You would imagine the future's bright here for Lynn
Absolutely.
Classical, right? A lot of playmakers offensively for them and defensively as well. Some
Absolutely.
of them play both ways. Yeah.
Absolutely, no question about it.
And for the Highlanders as well, they're also a young team continuously growing and learning, right? So obviously the scoreboard doesn't quite lean the way that they want it right now, but they're going to continue to push forward. And I know the coaching staff's definitely going to continue to put pressure on the players and just execute plays here and really take it one play at a time. And that's what you want to see, long, sustained drives and make sure that everybody's hitting their assignments.
Absolutely, no question about that. We've seen Philemon. Philemon is a junior. He'll be back next year for the Highlanders. We of course hope and look forward to that. It's always great to watch young players as they develop. The Rams with that kick, fielded by Lopez. He will bring it to the center of the field. He's brought down there at about the 25.
And that was a boot, sort of a corner kick there by Durant. We saw Lopez return his first kick here for the game.
2 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Highlanders trailing by 41. Just would love to see a good drive executed by the Highlander offense. They've been under duress. Slattery has been under duress throughout the night. He's done a very good job being under duress, finding ways to get the ball moved, but they've just not been able to piece together a drive. They've just had fits and starts, and at times when it looks like something good has happened, a penalty then would occur that would set them back.
Yep, penalties and turnovers, they're drive killers, definitely, and the Highlanders have experienced that a lot in the first half.
And the give on the jet sweep. Spun around and brought down. Was that number 20, I believe?
Yeah, that was number 20 there for the Highlanders. For taking the jet sweep and trying to find some room there on the edge.
No gain for the Highlanders, so 2nd down and 10.
Yep, so 2nd and 10, Todd wouldn't be shocked to see another quick pass here to one of the sidelines.
And they try the jet sweep. A little space out there. Rolling forward. Austin Pereira, number 27 with that run. Austin, one of the sophomores for the Highlanders.
And it looks like on that previous drive when Francois got injured, we still haven't seen him come back into the game here. So that's a huge loss for the Highlander offense.
Yeah, I've been keeping my eyes out looking for number 11 to bounce out onto the field, and we have not seen it. That's a big loss for the Highlanders, like you said. Well, and you talk about personnel for the Highlanders do a lot of two-way players as well. A lot of guys playing on both offensive and defensive sides of the ball for the Highlanders, and you know that comes back to a question of being physically fit and you know, being able to play both sides for an entire game. As the second or third quarter, I should say, ends there, we will switch ends of the field. So the score is 47-6. Highlanders trailing by 41. They will have it 3rd down and 7 once we switch the ends of the field. But you talk about the Highlander offense and what we've seen from them today. It's all down there in the trenches. When we were down at North Quincy, they were dominated in the trenches. Again, against Everett. Of course, that's Everett. Everett tends to dominate everywhere. But again, in this game, in the trenches, once again, the Highlander offensive line just having a difficult time.
Yeah, and that's always the key for any team, right, Todd? Is you always talk about the front 7 defensively, you talk about your offensive line on offense, and really that's where you win and lose games. You want to be able to control the line of scrimmage, and the Highlanders here during these first 3 games, unfortunately, just haven't been able to quite do that yet, haven't been able to put it together.
Aiden Slattery, a senior co-captain quarterback for the Highlanders. He's done a good job. Once again, it's difficult, though, whenever you have no time. We were talking about during halftime, you know, there's the idea of how long a quarterback has in the pocket to watch a play develop. Do you have 3 seconds? Do you have 4 seconds? He's not had 3 or 4 seconds.
He hasn't, and as you mentioned, Todd, he still has done a good job handling that pressure. You know, he had that 1 interception earlier in the game. Arguably maybe not his fault, right? But he recovered from that, didn't really have any other mistakes interception-wise going from that drive.
He also did a good job running for a first down early in the game as well. So he's used the legs also. So a big 3rd down here for the Highlanders. Beginning of the 4th quarter, 3rd down and 7. As Slattery throws that one out. That is caught, but immediately thrown down is again Austin Pereira. Pereira, a sophomore player. We'll get to watch him play for the next couple years for the Highlanders. I liked his speed when he got that first reception on the previous play.
And Pereira seeing a lot more action right now since Francois went down. He seems to be the go-to guy there on those quick passes, those quick out screens.
But on 4th down here, the Highlanders will bring in the punter, as that is, let's see.
Usually it's Michael Foster coming in here.
Yeah, Michael Foster coming in.
Yep. Or actually, we might have a change here in punter.
Yeah, you're right.
Testing us, making sure we're paying attention here.
Luca Valens comes in to punt. Foster had trouble handling the previous snap. That's a short snap. Valens is going to step into it. Does a nice job there. Of course, it takes the Rams bounce back the other direction, where it is down at about the 40-yard line of the Highlanders, I should say. Lewis showing some arm there as he threw that one to the sideline.
Yeah, it looked like Lewis might be auditioning to try to play quarterback next week there.
Good spiral on that ball. I don't know the accuracy. I don't know exactly where he was trying to throw it, but it looked pretty. clock rolls, 10 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the game. Highlanders trailing by 41. Rams offense is in there. Let's see it. Brian Vaughn still in at the quarterback position.
And it looks like we have a change in the backfield there, standing next to Vaughn.
Sean Ryan.
So Sean Ryan in now in the backfield, but Highlanders will call a timeout here.
Yep. Sophomore running back for the Rams. Timeout taken by the Highlanders. Trying to look for bright sides in this game. Beginning of the season, a very tough schedule for the Highlanders early in the season. Lynn Classical, as you can see, a good squad, multi-dimensional offensively, can really attack you either way on the ground or through the air. Of course, Everett, everybody knows, number 2 team in the state, number 1 team in the division, and the North Quincy game. So some very difficult games to temper the steel, I guess you could say, of the Highlanders. But when you look at for positives, very difficult team here, Lynn Classical. They've been able to get some pressure on Vaughn. Vaughn's first touchdown came under absolute duress. There were 2 Highlanders hanging off of him or hitting him at that moment in time. They've gotten into the defensive or offensive backfield a couple times, but just can't seem to consistently do that.
Yeah, like you said, they've shown glimpses of potential there, of what they can be, both offensively and defensively. Now it's about actually sustaining that, having those drives, both offensively and defensively, forcing 3 and outs, getting the ball back for your offense, and giving Slattery enough time to show off his arm there.
Right. So first down and 10 here for the Rams. 9:42 remaining in the game. And the give is to Sean Ryan. He bounces off of 1 Highlander. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, turn the corner, and go for 4 yards.
Yep, and good recovery there by Ryan. He was hitting the backfield, but it looked like his own offensive line was able to bounce back and take that outside for about a gain of 5.
Yeah, it looks like 5 actually. As Vaughn goes to the sideline. Angel Castro in the game. He might be taking this snap. Number 24. Castro will take the snap.
And he'll keep
it himself as he goes to the far side, turns the corner, runs it upfield. Flag is on the play. He does get the first down yardage. We'll see what the flag is. Injury on the field for the Rams as well. Number 52, Angel Valentine. That's going to go against the Rams as they're going to back this one up 10 yards, a holding on the corner there.
And that might be the first penalty we see here in the second half.
We certainly saw more in the first half.
To say the least, Todd, yep.
So first down, or I should say, sorry, second down and 15. Number 24 now in at quarterback, Angel Castro.
Exactly what I was going to say there. It looks like Castro is going to be taking the snaps now moving forward for the Rams. He's getting the play call here on the sideline.
Sean Ryan, number 14, in the backfield with him. Castro gets the snap, bounces off his face mask, picked up by the Highlanders. And Lewis will get the fumble recovery and touchdown for the Highlanders. As that one, the snap came through Castro's hands, bounced off the face mask, little Sunday hop into Lewis's hands, and there was nothing but green between him and the end zone for the defensive touchdown.
Yep, and a nice heads-up play there by Lewis, getting the scoop and score there, Todd, being able to pick it up and just take it the distance. There was nobody in his way.
That moves the score to 47-12. So Highlanders cash in that turnover immediately. Clock continues to run with the large point spread late in the game. 7 minutes remaining in the game. As Alcaraz Valens comes in to kick this one away for the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is good.
So there you have it, a nice defensive touchdown for the Highlanders. A little scoop and score from Lewis again, and they hit the extra point.
There we go. Execution.
Yep.
Good to see. So we passed 6:30 remaining in the game. The Highlanders with that touchdown moves to 47-13. Lewis, one of the bright spots for the Highlanders, definitely in this game. He's been effective on the defensive side as he had a couple solo tackles early in this game, as well as a very difficult catch offensively on the far side of the field along the sideline for a critical first down early in the game as well. And of course, you could see right there the touchdown on the fumble recovery as heads up, was in the right place, right time, knew what to do.
Yep, Lewis, one of those playmakers that we highlighted for the Highlanders, and he showed off there defensively. Usually used to seeing him do it offensively, but their defense scoring a touchdown. Now, Todd, you don't think we're going to see an onside kick here, do you?
I was about to say something along those lines and thought, man, no. Although you never know.
You never know.
You never know. I mean, if you've got it in the playbook, why not whip it out right now? You're down 47-13, and check the execution on it.
Yep, you're asking yourself, why not? I mean, this might be an opportunity to test it out, as you said, see the execution, then use it again later in the season if you have to. I think that's exactly what we're may get, it looks like, by the placement.
I think that's what Valens is trying to line up right here. Now, keep an eye on number 4 right here, Lewis. We saw his hands on that fumble recovery. Now he's going to kick that one away. Yep. Back deep is Marquise Avery. As he picks it up, going to the far side, looking to get the corner. He's got some blocking. He's around that corner, gets past the kicker Valens, and Marquise Avery will go in for the kickoff return touchdown for the Rams. And there is no flag on the play. That will stand.
Yeah, Avery taking it from one sideline to the other and then just turning on the Jets when he turned that corner. We've seen him do it on previous kickoffs, but obviously the Highlanders catch up to him. Here, it seemed like nobody touched him, turned that corner, and was just gone.
Excellent running by Avery there. He was able to take advantage of a breakdown in the lanes on the far side, I think. They kind of crashed in a little bit too early, but Avery with that speed, it's easy to take a bad angle when somebody's got that much speed that you're not really expecting.
On a kickoff, it's pretty easy. Yep, you take the wrong angle and you're in trouble.
That's right.
Yep. And we've seen Avery take a lot of jet sweeps on the offensive end, and now you know why.
No question about it.
There.
Yeah, showed the speed on that one. That's another one of those sophomore skill players that these Rams have. Very dangerous for years to come. As Durant will get the opportunity here for the extra point. 53-13 is the score. Clock running, 3:30 remaining in the game. The snap is good, the hold is good, but the kick is no good as it goes wide to the right. We found something that Durant did not execute well.
Yep, I was about to say that. Yep.
It took a while.
When he gets into the film room on Monday, it might be something that his coaches point out to him.
His left foot placement on that kick. I think that was the problem.
You're going to have to stay late after practice and make some extra kicks now.
I don't care you got 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
Or I'm sorry, 3 touchdowns and an interception. You got to stay late because you missed an extra point. So 2:50 remaining in the game. Highlanders trailing 53-13. Kinsley Lewis, one of the bright spots for the Highlanders today. Number 4, fumble recovery for a touchdown. Another bright spot, Philemon, Orlinski Philemon. Busted a huge 98-yard touchdown run.
Now I bet Lewis would love to get his hands on the football here and have a return of himself.
Answer back for Marquise Avery there.
We on TV?
As the clock continues to run, 2 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the game. Durant will kick this one away. Back deep for the Highlanders now is Lewis as well as Lopez. As this one's kicked, Lopez will
Right to
field
Lopez, but
it,
he'll
flips
give-
it back to Lewis.
Yep.
And Lewis
Lewis.
through the middle, cuts on the Jets. It's Durant versus Lewis in a race.
And the kicker will bring him down.
Well, when your kicker's Durant.
Yeah. Great job there by Lewis. As we were just hinting at, he wanted to answer and he turned on his own Jets that
He
time.
really did, and
Yep.
you knew he wanted to answer when Lopez received the kick and immediately wanted.
He was asking
knew
for it.
He's going to flip it right back to Lewis. Really nice job picking through those blocks in the middle of the field by Lewis, as Ginsley was able to get downfield across midfield, but got into a race with number 4 Durant, and Durant was able to bring him down to stop the touchdown return.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the person you want to get into a foot race tonight with. You know, Durant's been all over the field and he's been hot, so definitely was able to make that tackle, and it's a touchdown-saving tackle for the Rams.
No doubt about it. As clock continues to run, 35 seconds remaining in the game. Highlanders will get 1 or 2 plays here if they would like. Down 53-13. I'm going to put Slattery down as a positive tonight, by the way. He's handled tremendous pressure throughout the evening and minimized any mistakes.
He'll keep it
And
in.
he'll keep it right there, does Aiden Slattery, as he gets downfield across the 25 down to the 20-yard line.
Right on cue there, Todd. He might have just heard you talking about it and he
you.
wanted to show off a little bit more.
Thank you, Aiden. I appreciate that, because I just called you out for having a good game. Thanks for showing off right there on the last play of the game, as that will do it. So the Highlanders are defeated tonight by the score of 53-13 by the Lynn Classical Rams. It's all down in the trenches, Eddie, as the offensive line for the Highlanders struggled throughout the night to provide the running lanes necessary and the protection necessary, and Lynn Classical, that diversified offense, really able to take care of business.
Yeah, you're right, Todd, there. It was all down in the trenches for them. Unfortunately, the Highlanders just couldn't figure it out, but still, you always got to look for the positives, and there was those little positives there on certain drives defensively and offensively. We saw a defensive touchdown. We saw some sustained drives there by the Highlanders, so that's key for them moving forward, certainly.
As the Highlanders offense was going a little bit fits and starts here and there, some good positives to pull from it. You mentioned Philemon, Orlinski Philemon with the big 98-yard touchdown run. That's a huge positive for the Highlanders. Also, the play of Lewis, as Ginsley Lewis had a very good game, picked up a fumble recovery for a touchdown. And like I said, I think Slattery had a good game. I think Aiden had a good game. No time to do anything with the ball, minimized his mistakes, only 1 interception on the game. And then there was also a fumble, but once again, it was the exchange. We don't know whether that was his fault.
Exactly.
But, with the amount of time he had, he made the best of the situation. And looking forward, when you're playing teams that are not on the same level, say as a Lynn Classical or an Everett,
Yes.
playing these games, learning from these games is how you win in those other games.
Makes you tougher, and that's all the coaches want. Learn from them, get tougher. You're 0-3, but keep moving forward, and that's exactly what the Highlanders are going to do next week when they take on Malden.
That is exactly correct, as next week we will be taking on Malden, will the Highlanders, as they move to 0-3 with a 53-13 loss here against Lynn Classical. Thank you very much for viewing tonight. Thank you very much, Eddy Maldonado, for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it.
Always a pleasure, Todd.
And thank you very much, Joe Constantine, for the work on the camera, and Jeff Argenziano, our roving cameraman, filled with all behind-the-scenes information. That's going to do it for us here tonight from Tufts University, home of the Jumbos. I'm Todd Harmon, and you have been watching Somerville Highlander football on Somerville Ed TV.